Hi there, I'm Harris Buddig, Patagonia's Northern Rockies fly fishing rep, here to talk to you today about our men's Expedition Zip Front wader. This is our most burly, durable, feature-rich wader in the lineup that we have. When we introduced this wader about 4 years ago, this was it's been one of our top selling waders overall in the lineup. And some fine-tuned changes that we made to it. This was the first wader ever to employ recycled fabrics in the face fabric as well as in the backer. We also changed our seaming construction, and we were able to decrease the amount of seams in the wader by overall 20%. And this is ubiquitous across all of our Swiftcurrent lineup, where we changed the seam to a baseball seam, and that essentially adds some natural articulation and also removes the seam from the front of the wader itself. We also added a gusseted crotch, so you have 3 pieces of fabric instead of 4, like in the old Rio Gallegos or Skino wader that we had, which drastically reduces the amount of abrasion and waders coming back to us for repair. The other thing that was a big difference is that we double taped all of the seams on this wader as well, just to reinforce those highly technical fabric junctions that we have in the wader. And to run down some of like the core features that I appreciate in this wader, one being, I'll just start from the top down. We have the padded shoulder straps, which is huge for when you are working through a long day. They're not going to dig into your shoulder blades at all. You have a hook and ladder closure system here, so you can finely tune where those wader straps sit on body. And then probably the most game-changing feature that we've always had is the Easy Lock suspension system. So I can convert these waders essentially from a chest high to a waist high wader. And this makes it super easy to get in and out of the wader. Also, kind of like in the midday sun, it's nice to kind of like drop these waders down and release some heat as well. And you can finely tune where these sit on body as you see fit. Also, on the top seam of the wader, we have a bungee cord so that you can cinch up the top of the wader to lock out any wind or precipitation. Also, a game-changing feature too is on the inside of the wader, we do have a waterproof pocket that fits the most obnoxious of iPhones or keys. And then as you get inside the wader, we have 2 large drop-in pockets that can fit anything from large fly boxes or 2 tall boys, if that's how the day's going for you. As we kind of look here, you do have a tool docking station made out of our Hypha-Long material, 2 water resistant pockets here in the front, a hand warming pocket on the side that is also lined with a micro fleece. Especially in those colder conditions, it's nice to kind of protect your hand. And then one very thoughtful feature is that we have a storm flap here that covers the zipper, so on those cold days it's not going to chew up the outside of your hand. Another big update that we have is we changed the weighting belt itself. So we have it static through the majority of the belt, but there is a little bit of bungee or elasticity in the back, just to give you a little bit more give, but also enough structure for you to carry either some bear spray, weighting staff, so it's not sagging on your hips. As we move further down the wader, one of the features that is a kind of a hidden sneaky one is that we do have removable knee pads in this wader. And at first you kind of don't think much of it, but especially if you're on like a technical spring creek, or if you're releasing a fish and have to kneel down, or leaning up against a boat or a rock, it really saves your knees after a long day. And as we move further down, we do have the black hole gravel guard, and also we perforated the gravel guard as well on the opposite side, so that sand, debris, and rocks don't get caught up in that gravel guard. And then finally, we have a 4mm neoprene booty that's also lined with our microgrid fleece, making sure that you expel any moisture away from your feet and you don't walk away with cold, damp feet at the end of the day. But yeah, this is our most technical, most advanced, burly, rugged, feature-rich wader, which is the Swiftcurrent Expedition. Comes in a plethora of sizes. You can come down either to the shop or hit us up online or give us a call, and we'd be happy to get you suited up for your next trip.